Yes, I know I'm a little bit late to the party when it comes to the FX King, but hopefully I think you will like this video. It will be a BS-free, honest review of the FX King. As always, if you are subscribed, you know how I run things around here. Hi guys, this is Rack and Load and this is the FX King. Now, it's 2024 now. This come out last year, so it's older. So there's probably been two different models since this one. No doubt with FX, how they like to just drop out new models every 3 or 4 weeks. No, just joking, FX. But yeah, they do certainly chuck some models out without doubt. But I've got to say, I do like this. It's really, now I'm usually the sort of tactical kind of guy, as you know. I've got an FX M3 Impact with just about everything I can fit on there. Love that thing. That is in 25 cal, or have I got 30 cal barrel in it? I think I've got 25 cal. That one's running at. Love that thing. Absolutely love it. Real cool fun that rifle is. But it's nice to have a bit of a traditional looking rifle, and the FX King certainly delivers that. Well, I don't know, it's almost half and half. It's almost sort of a little bit sort of, I say classic just because it's wood or, well, laminate. Should I really be calling it classic? It's not really classic, is it? You know what I mean. It's nice to just have a bit more of a traditional looking rifle, as you know, compared to that. That's certainly not traditional, is it? There's no two ways about it. That ain't traditional. But the FX King, a little bit more sort of sleeker and tamer looking. Now, let me throw out some specs and we'll sort of dig deep and have a bit of a chat about this then. So, weighing in at 3.45 kilograms, 3,450 grams unscoped. It has got a big chunky Element Titan scope riding on top, so yeah, that's going to add to the weight. I get it. While I mention that, you've got to have pretty eye mounts, because like the King, just like the Crown, it has quite a tall mag that goes in, so you've got to give that a bit of clearance. I'll talk about that in a minute. So always be aware of that. But yeah, a little bit weighty with that scope riding on top. Quite a big scope. Now, what is interesting, in fact, I'm gonna tell you about this now, and I think this is where FX have slightly got it wrong, dare I say, because mounting a scope to set your eye relief is a bit of a pain with this rifle, because I was literally running out of rail to put my front mount on there. So see how that's set up? It doesn't look ideal, does it, the way that scope is? I've got to mention it because someone will in the comments, but to get the eye relief for me, it was yeah, a bit difficult. I was literally on the limit of where I could put this scope. So I don't know whether FX need to put a bit more rail sort of on this, you know, just to extend it a little bit, because that, I think, isn't enough. It really isn't. And what I've also found as well is, and I think FX have done it for some reason, but they've actually changed something. Well, at first we couldn't figure it out, but something's changed with the Picatinny rail itself. It's not proper 1913 rail anymore for some reason. Don't know if you can see closely. Oh, I'm trying to hold this up. But can you see these flat sides? Now, on genuine Picatinny rail, 1913 Picatinny rail, that is a sharp point. And we found it slightly problematic with some mounts really clamping on tight. So if you look, I don't know whether you guys are going to see this. I don't know whether I might have to throw in some sort of diagram to show you, but these mounts, which are, by the way, high quality mounts, I don't know if you really can see, but they're not biting onto this rail as good as they would on a sharp Picatinny rail. I don't know, but let me have a look in my box of bits and I'll see if I can sort of show you what I mean. So here, for example, you can see it on this piece of rail that I've just found in the rat cave. So if you look at the actual edge here, it's fairly sharp. All right, this is probably not the best example. It's got a slightly flat edge to it. That edge there, it's quite noticeable on the FX, that flat edge. And when I compare it to, I've got a better example here. If I compare it to the rail on this is a 243 Franchi. I don't know whether you can see, it's got like a sharp edge all along there. Interesting. I'm not sure why FX have done that, but I found it a little bit problematic with some mounts not biting down really sort of level and hard, so to speak. So you can't see it, but those mounts are probably just a tiny fraction off level. It's really hard to see, but it's interesting. I don't know why they've done it. It's basically what's happening is it's just not clamping and pulling the mount down tight. So FX, I don't know why you've done that with the rails. Has anyone else noticed that on new FXs? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments, because we were sort of really scratching our heads. We were like, well, we've got these mounts on, but it just don't look right for some reason. And we've put it down to that sort of milling at the side of that sharp edge. Although it looks good, and obviously you probably can't cut your hands on it or anything, but it's when you've got a mount, a Picatinny mount, that wants a sharp sort of edge to clamp onto, then I don't know, it becomes a little bit of a problem, because it's not pulling down as it should. So I don't know, it's an interesting one. But anyway, it didn't affect accuracy. It was just a bit of a pain mounting this scope, and it was like, oh, what's going on here? It just, I don't know, it just didn't feel right what we were when we were trying to fit this scope up. It was just, you know, you want a rifle to be sort of perfect, a test rifle to be as perfect as it can be. But anyway, but yeah, FX definitely need to extend that rail there, absolutely, because chucking a big scope on, it's a right pain. And I could not bring this scope any further back, because I'd have to have my head sort of over here to look through the scope to get the you know, get the perfect eye relief. So I think that is a bit of a pain as well. So gripes out the way. We've not even finished specs, and I'm just telling you my gripes and what we've sort of discovered with this rifle. It's interesting because on other FXs you don't have that problem. Oh, this is a bad example. Although looking at the Sabre Tactical rail, there is still a flat edge on the side of that Picatinny, look. But it's not as bad as on the new King. I don't know why they've done that. I don't know. Wonder if anyone else has noticed that. Don't know. But anyway, moving on. Sorry guys, I'm sort of chewing the fat there, but I've had to sort of just mention that because it's a bit of a strange one. So don't know, has FX got some cheap Picatinny rails or something or what? I don't know. Probably shouldn't say that. But anyway, oh dear. So moving on. So this is a 500mm barrel version. I think that's what I've got here. Isn't it 5? Oh God, it's thrown me off topic now. What we got here? Yeah, it's a 500mm. This is sub 12 in 22 caliber. So it's not an FAC. It is, by the way, wearing a Donny FL Sumo there, just to keep things quiet. But it is obviously threaded. It doesn't come with that. You come with it comes with a nice thread protector there. So side lever cocking, as we know, it's basically a Panthera block or a dynamic block that is in this superb GRS stock. Although it is right-handed, a lefty would have been nice. So, but hey ho, you know, beggars can't be choosers, eh, right? Absolutely stunning stock. It looks like they've made them a bit thicker. I've always said that, and I've seen quite a few broke, but some of the GRS stocks are a bit vulnerable here. You know, if you actually bang this on the floor like that, a lot of them have been known to go and sort of break there. It looks like they've put a bit more meat on there to make it a bit more chunky, which is really nice. So yeah, really, really nice looking. Let me finish the specs. So in the 2.2 version, looking at about, and I've not ran it dry, so I'm just going off FX's website, but I don't know whether this is referring to sub 12, but they reckon in 180 shots per fill. That's probably what I'd say, around sort of 180 to 200 shots per fill. Obviously it's regulated. You've got your plenum in there. The barrel goes through the plenum. Your plenum basically is like your gunpowder that releases the shot. Dials there, you've got your regulator pressure and your fuel gauge. Same as the Panthera or the Dynamic. I do like them, although I've often said they do look a little bit vulnerable sticking out to the side. So, you know, you can't really lie the rifle down that way because it's lying on the gauges. So available in 177, 22, 25, 30 and 35 calibers. Obviously 25, 30 and 35 are FAC here in the UK. 480cc air cylinder. Plus, obviously, you've got your plenum volume there as well. It is a carbon fibre wrapped aluminium fuel tank, and you can take it off without depressurising it. So you can unscrew it and take it off. It is removable. Rear Foster quick disconnect dust cap. Sorry, I'll read that again. Rear Foster quick disconnect or filler on there, and there's a dust cap that you can sort of pull on and off there. The plenum on this one is 62cc because it's sub 12. In the FAC versions they are 156cc, slightly bigger obviously than the sub 12, so to increase that power. On the 500mm version, or this one, basically the sub 12, you have the Smooth Twist Extra barrel. So with it being sub 12, for slugs it really needs to be a little bit more powerful, especially in 2.2. I have shot slugs out of a 177 sub 12. Yeah, they do drop like an anvil as soon as they leave the barrel, there's no doubt about it, but you can get decent groups with them. So, you know, they'd be quite interesting at short range, a bit of maybe shortest range rat bashing, I guess. With the 177, I found with the 2.2 sub 12, putting slugs through them, I don't know, they're just not massively accurate. Just going by my mileage, and I didn't run any, to be fair, I just ran pellets through this particular one. The GRS stocks are available in several colours. So you've got the green mountain camo, you've got brown, which is like your traditional, and you've got this Nordic wolf, which I think is really cool. It kind of matches with the carbon fibre on the bottle. I think that is really cool. Magazines are your extra deep magazines, clockwork style magazines, same as Panthera, same as the Dynamic, slightly deeper to take slugs. In 177 they are 21 shot. in 22, they are 18 shot in 25 cal, they are 16 shot, 13 shot in 30 cal, and 10 shot in 35 cal. That is pretty much it with your specs. That's pretty much it. Let's have a closer look and talk about this thing. So, taking it from the stock end, recoil or stock pad there, really soft. I love that on the GRSs. I think it's really, really nice. Tool-free adjustment for your length of pull. So you just press these buttons and you've got the adjustment there. So really, really nice. Love that. Same with your adjustable cheek piece. I didn't really use any of this. It was pretty much set up for me once I faffed about with the scope. Nice big pistol grip. I love that. It's super, super comfortable. Yes, I know it's righty. I had to shoot this right-handed, which is always a bit awkward for me, but I love the look of it. I'd really like to try a left-handed version. I really would. There's your safety catch there. Sort of AR-15 style safety catch. It is a bit stiff, to be fair, that is. But all sort of milled out of the woodwork there, and so is the cocking lever. Okay, so it's nicely sort of milled out to get your fingers in to grab that cocking lever. And on the other side, I particularly love how they've done that sort of milling out for the dials. I think that looks cool. So you're on this one, you've not got the macro wheel, you've just got your normal sort of power adjuster there. I've just left it on max, unless I've moved it. I think it was running on max. I did have the chronograph going as I was using this rifle, because I'm doing a different video on JSB pellets, but I'll roll in some of that footage and some of the results just sort of down below in the details of the video. I won't bore you with all the numbers, but at the end of the day, it's sub 12. It was consistent and it was accurate. And now let's talk about accuracy, because that is what everyone wants to know. And I used a variety of pellets. I used 7 different types of pellets through this rifle. I was changing them and shooting my little steel gong in between, doing another course of fire as far as targets go. But these are the results I got. This is 30 yards, my standard sort of sub 12 range. These are the results I got. First of all, what do we use first? My standard go-to, H&M Field Target Trophy. They were first up. 3-shot groups, 30 yards. Our rolling footage. I think I put 4 through there, I lost count. That is actually 3 shots, those that. Then I used H&M Barracuda Match, which are them there. Oh yeah, the FTT Field Target Trophy, 14.66 grains. Barracuda Match, slightly heavy, heavier, 21.14 grain. 3-shot groups. Boom, nice. Then I used the Barracuda 15s, which are 15.89 grain. Surprisingly accurate. I say surprisingly. I had a flyer there, that's disappointing. They obviously landed a little bit heavier because they're lighter. Then I used the Problem Child, which usually is, but these ran all right. Amazingly, these can be a right pain sometimes, but these are the tin pellets. These are non-lead, non-toxic, H&M Barracuda Greens. They grouped all right, and in the past I've had right problems with these going all over the place. Then I went on to JSBs. We used some, what did we use? JSB Heavies. These are your 18.13 grain. That's them. Let's put them there. They landed nicely. Decent groups there. Well happy with that. JSB Hades, my favourite. These are usually really accurate. They didn't really disappoint, in testing with this. JSB Hades, 15.89 grains. Landing there. Same point of aim, but obviously I'm zeroed with the field target trophy. So I'm not adjusting for each of these pellets. I'm just aiming at the same point, the bullseye. We're all about the groups. That's what it's all about. So that was JSB Hades. Anyone who tells you it's not all about the groups is talking out their ass. Okay? Consistency and decent groupage is what you want. And then we use the JSB RS Jumbos. They work well. I don't know what happened here for some reason. I had one go really high. Don't ask me. Who knows? And then they just grouped really well. One whole group. So damn accurate. Damn accurate. So well chuffed. So yeah, pretty accurate. There's no two ways about it. With 7 different types of pellets. So decent. And they are, obviously, that's 2.2 version. Maybe the 177 is even more accurate. But that was my shooting. Shooting this thing, for me, with this being a right-hander and me being a lefty, always a little bit problematic, but I did all right there, so I was quite happy with it. So, but no, what a nice looking rifle, guys. I do like the FX King. I'm impressed with it. Just wish it was a lefty that I could have tried. Picatinny rail on the sides there in the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock position, so you can add on some sort of something or other on there. Aiming device, laser, light, whatever. Same chunky, solid cocking handle like you have on the Panthera. Pretty much exactly the same as what is on the Impact. So it's that same cocking handle there. A really nice rifle, guys. You know, dead impressed with it. It really did well on paper. You know, nice setup. Let's give the trigger a pull, see what it is doing. So that is cocked. Let me get my trigger pull gauge. Oof, that's super quiet with that that Donny FL on there. 1 pound 9.2 ounces on the trigger pull. Lovely trigger. But I need to remind myself. I really do. Oh yeah, that is a nice trigger. Straight out of factory. Non-touched or untouched even by myself. Just straight out of box. But no, what a nice rifle, guys. Very impressed with it. Just, I don't know what is going on with the rail. I really don't. It was just a little bit annoying. It's just that, in a nutshell, I know I waffled on earlier about the rail. It's just that flat edge along the side. Some mounts aren't liking that. They're just not biting down and leveling up properly because of that flat edge. And I think that could be a little bit of a problem for people. And that bit just needs to be a little bit longer. If that rail had gone to there, I'd have that mount about there. It'd be bang on. Just needs a little bit, another inch or inch and a half of rail going along there. FX, if you're watching, just add a bit more rail there. Make it easier for mounting, because I was struggling a little bit. So, right, have I got the box here? Have I got the box? Yes, I have got the box. Bear with me, stand by, guys. Here is the box, and slightly different box as well. I kind of like this, how they've done it, with like these ridges here. And they've like done the opposite on the other side. Nice boxes, I kind of like them. Oh God, I'm trashing my lights. God, I need more room. Right, let's open this box up. Is that going to open? Oh. 10 minutes later, Rack's still trying to figure out how to open the box. There we go. There is the box all cut away. You get a big sticker, big FX Airgun sticker, which is nice. I like that. You get your Foster filler thingy bob there. There's other bits that are already cut out to sort of throw in, you know, your mags and other bits and pieces, but it is pre-cut out for a scope. Here is the manual. We've all seen these before. It's the same as the Dynamic and the Panthera, the manual is. So, same manual, it's the same gun. It's just it's a Panthera stroke Dynamic in a GRS stock. That's what this rifle is. So, really, really cool box. I like the box. It's usable. It seems tougher, or as tough as the previous ones. Usable for the range. Nice, not bad at all, not bad at all. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. This rifle worked well. I had no issues with it, no issues with the magazines. I do like these new FX magazines. I must admit they're super easy to load. You literally just turn that, take that off, crank it round, and then put your first pellet in there, and then just fill it up, and it's under spring tension. Put your lid back on, close it up, and away you go. You know, nice. They do have a last shot stop as well, and as mentioned, they are extra deep to accommodate slugs. But no, real nice rifle. It's nice. It gives the option for people that are not so keen on the Dynamic or the Panthera, where they all look a bit sort of PRS or a bit tactical and there's no sort of woodwork going on. This gives you a bit more of a traditional feel. You know, if you like that setup of rifle, you know, if like the impact is a bit much, a bit too sort of AR-15 almost style for you, you want a traditional looking rifle, I think this will be a winner for you. But yeah, it was accurate. Like I said, it's just something's going on with this Picatinny rail. I can't put my finger on it. Well, I can put my finger on it, I just did. That flat edge is interesting. Just extend that a little bit. I'm going to leave it at that anyway. That's my little gripe. Just a rail. Other than that, superb rifle. Well pleased with how this ran. The proof is in the pudding at the end of the day, guys. The proof is in the pudding. It's all about accuracy, and if it looks good as well, it's a winner from me. I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching, guys. That is Rack and Load. See ya.